Hi, this one is an instruction video for lesson number 5, AJAX programming. In the previous lesson, we have already completed AJAX filtering and also AJAX searching. So whereas in this lesson, we're going to continue working with AJAX and do more, yeah? So we can start by completing AJAX live searching, AJAX sorting, paging, and finally, we can combine all the features together. So again, working on demo 8, 9, 10, and 11. Okay, in the middle, partial view. In order for us to working with AJAX, partial view is actually one of its important element. So underscore A is actually I copy from the previous lesson. Okay, so same files. So whereas underscore P and C, I created the file, but the content is empty. So I want the student to actually fill up the content themselves. So just as a revision lah. So whereas the underscore D completed already. Okay, so that we can save time, man. So right now let us look at how the project look like. So in text, nothing special. Okay, we're going to start by doing demo 8. Okay, right now it support AJAX searching, but the user have to press the enter key. So for example, I type AN, I press enter, then the searching will only be trigger. So what we want to do is we want to make it live searching. Okay, search while the user is typing. No need to press enter. Okay, demo 9, 10, and 11, we can talk about them later. Okay, let's focus on demo 8. This is home controller demo 8. The code here I copy exactly from demo 7, which we have completed in the previous lesson. Okay, nothing need to be changed here. So let us jump to the view. Yeah. So there's a to-do section. We have to modify the form a bit. Okay, whereas there's a to-do section at the bottom line. So we have to handle the input event so that whenever the user type a key, okay, the form will be submitted. So this part I will do copy and paste. Okay, this one is the code. We have the foot section. Okay, inside we got the script tag. Then we have the input event handler. Okay, for the name input. So what we do very easy. We just submit the form every time the user type on it. Easier. So let's look at the result. So right now it's going to be search as we type. So I type A, searching immediate, no need to press enter. I type N, search is immediate, no need to press enter. Okay, but it's also good for us to demonstrate to student the network traffic. Okay, so we can press F12 to open up the Google DevTools. Okay, come out already, right? So let us go to this network tab. Okay, all the network requests that made by the web page will be listed over here. So for example, right now I want to search for Wong, W-O-N-G. So for every collector that the user type is going to initiate a request. It's very fast. Okay, W-O-N-G. You can see that I have altogether 4 requests. Instead, it's too fast already. Okay, so let's say I want to delete the collector one by one. I delete the G and OW. So another 4 requests. Yes. Okay, so we are actually making this one work, but the request is too fast because sometimes the user may want to type a long words, okay, to do a search. But in the middle, while the user is still typing, we already make the request, which is going to cause the server very busy. So that's why we're going to delay the search a bit. Okay, let's say half second, 500 millisecond. So we're going to implement a technique to improve our searching logic. Okay, this one's an improved version. We're making use of set timeout, okay, to actually run this piece of code, submit the form after 500 millisecond. Okay, the ID of the timer is actually stored inside this variable. It's a global variable, so that if let's say the user immediate type the next input, it's going to clear the previous search. If let's say it's still within the 500 millisecond time frame, okay, by making use of this technique, we can delay the search. If let's say there's a new input event coming in, the previous one will be removed. Okay, this one is going to make our code much more efficient. So let me go back to our web browser. Okay, we can try it again. So I'm going to search for the words Wong, W-O-N-G. So because I type very fast, okay, it's not going to initiate altogether 4 requests. You're going to wait. Okay, so if let's say within the period of 500 milliseconds, there are some new input coming, the previous search will be cancelled off. If I say we stop, okay, for 500 milliseconds, nothing happened, then the search will be sent to the server. So this is a better technique. Actually, we did something exactly the same in our previous semester. So the next thing we want to do is that we want to do the highlighting. So I got Wong. I want to highlight all this Wong, all these matching words together. Same technique. So for that part, I'm going to do copy and paste also. Okay, I've already copied the success function into the code here. So exactly same as what we did in the previous semester. So I'm going to skip the explanation. It's going to do highlighting that match our search term. So here we got a function called escape regress function. Okay, this function has been added to the given JavaScript files. Okay, app.js is there already. Okay, this one. Okay, I'm going to close this file. Okay, so definitely this one is the first step. So we need to call the success function every time the AJAX operation is completed or success. So let's drag up to top. Okay, this is part that different from the previous semester. We have to type it manually ourselves. Okay, no choice. This one, data AJAX success. Okay, so there are few function, few handling we can provide it. So if let's say AJAX operation success, we will call this. Okay, the same is actually go under our data files. I got listed some function. So we got begin function, complete function, success function, failure functions. So whenever AJAX request begin, okay, this one will run before it's sent to the server. So completed means the AJAX request is completed back to the client already. But regardless whether it's success or fail, complete will always run. Then success, this one will be trigger. Failure, this one will be trigger. So all these three, all these four, they accept a function. Confirm also accept function. So let's come back to here. So that means if let's say my AJAX request success is going to call this function, the highlighting logic will run. In the middle here, I would like to make some change. I want to change the default text box become a search type text box. So I just set the type to become search. Okay, if I say change it to search, the user can clear the text box by pressing the escape key. Okay, so let me save and try. Okay, this one's a completed demo 8. As we type Wong, okay, not only search while we type, it will be highlighted also. When we press escape key, the input will be cleared out. So you can notice this cross button. This means it's a search box type equal to search escape. So everything's cleared off. Then the job is done already. Okay, let's move on to demo 9. Demo 9 AJAX sorting. Okay, right now the page is doing sorting at the server side. Okay, so it's not AJAX enabled. Every time I click sorting, I sort by the field, you can notice that the page is actually being looted. So it's actually being spinning up on top. So when the button is spin up, means it's a full page load. So we're going to make it become AJAX enabled. So definitely the student have to do few steps. Okay, they have to modify the server side code a bit. Then they have to make this part become a partial view. Okay, not only that, they also have to write some modification, okay, to ensure that all this link, they actually initiate AJAX request. So let's back to the code. Okay, home controller again, this time is demo 9. The main logic is not much different from the previous one. Okay, the only thing is that we need to know when we should return a partial view. Okay, underscore CSS.HTML, the file skeleton has already been created. Okay, over here, but the file is still empty. Later the student have to fill up, copy and paste actually, some content over here. But let's settle this one first. Okay, if let's say it's an AJAX request, we are going to return underscore B, okay, rather than the full view. So if let's say recall, we have already created an extension function in the previous lesson. Okay, which is this is AJAX. We can use this one to test whether a request is AJAX based request or not. Okay, let's make use of this again. Okay, for this one, I'm going to do a live coding because it's going to be very short also. So actually, the student can also do copy and paste. Okay, if request is AJAX, okay, we are going to return the partial view. Okay, so come out all the auto suggest already. Underscore B together with model. Okay, so this is what we've done at the server side. Very simple. Okay, demo 9, the logic exactly the same as the previous one, except this part have to be modified. Okay, right now we have to prepare our underscore B because it's not yet completed. So ask the student to right click, okay, go to the view. Okay, go to the view. So this one is demo 9 view. Okay, so then the student have to ask, okay, out of all this HTML content, which part okay, will change. The part that's going to change because of AJAX request have to be placed inside the partial view. So if let's say we look at it, the paragraph, the count will change. So this one have to place under the partial view. Okay, not only that, the table will also change. So basically everything have to be placed inside the underscore B files. Okay, let us open up the underscore B file. Okay, here I just say a comment. Copy and paste from demo 9. Yes, they have to do the job. So very easy just copy and paste everything, then we make modification. Back to demo 9 view. Okay, select all, Control A, Control C. Back to underscore B, Control A, Control V. Okay, well, so I got everything here already. Okay, maybe I keep the this one there. Okay, I don't want to leave it so that we know what we ask the user to change. Okay, so this one done already. Okay, it's there. The title definitely is not required because this title is actually maintained by the main page. So this one can remove. Okay, whereas for the rest, we can retain. Okay, definitely we have to make modification for the link, but for the rest we retain first. So right now, let me save it and go back to demo 9. Okay, for demo 9, okay, because we move everything already, so basically content is not required. Okay, this one is also not required, this line. The reason because we are not using model in this page. So the only thing we have to keep is going to be the view back title. This one is still a main page. Okay, then we're going to create a division. Give it an ID. Okay, I will still call it target to make it consistent. In the middle, we want to look the partial view. Okay, which the name is called underscore B. Okay, well, so let me provide it. Okay, basically we've done the job already. Okay, right now we don't really have AJAX yet, but we can ask the student to test run to ensure that the content is still working. Okay, even though without AJAX, we want to ensure the page still work fine. So I come back to this one. Okay, click. Okay, it still do a full page loading. Okay, but the content is not affected. Okay, the partial view is like combined with the main page already. Main page, partial page, they combine, work well together. So next step is to make all this link become AJAX enabled. So our focus will be on the link. There's no other places already. Yeah. So for this demo now, I will close. Okay, home control I will close first. Later I can open up again. So right now focus on _B because our link is over here. This is we got to do here, right? So this link have to be upgraded, become AJAX link. Okay, for this part again, I will just do copy and paste. Okay, copy and paste completed. We have this AJAX true. Okay, AJAX update set to the target. Okay, remember to provide the hashtag AJAX AJAX data AJAX loading. Okay, point it to the loader. So remember to provide the hashtag also. So I have already saved and run. So let us look at the web page. This how it looks like. It's actually AJAX sorting. You can notice that the icon is not loading anymore. So that means everything is actually done in page. Okay, the good thing is that it's going to retain the view context. If I say I scroll it down a bit, so if let's say without AJAX, every time we do sorting, the scroll bar will go back to top. But right now it will stay. So we retain the user view context. Okay, so let's move on to demo 10. Okay, we want to do AJAX paging. Okay, this one definitely will be different a bit from what we taught in the previous semester. The reason because we're using a different library and the built-in AJAX is not there yet. It's no longer there. So the way to handle this maybe a little bit different, okay, but more or less still quite similar. So let us look at the code. Okay, this one is the home controller. Okay, we go to demo 10. The sorting logic still retained. Okay, the only difference is that we need to load the partial view. If I say it's AJAX request, so request.is AJAX used by the same function to testing. Okay, and this time our job is going to load partial view underscore C, return partial view underscore C. Definitely the model have to pass inside, otherwise there will be no data. Yeah. Okay, that's it. Okay, very easy for the server side. So right now let's jump to the view. Right click, go to view. Let us talk about which part have to be moved into the partial view, because the part that's going to change have to be placed inside the partial view. So definitely the title no need lah. So this one have to be retained here. So whereas for the paragraph, because it's including the count will change every time you do paging. So this paragraph have to be inside partial view. Table also definitely. This one's a call data. Even our pager also have to be inside the partial view. The reason because the pager is going to modify their link every time you do sorting, paging. So in this case, everything have to be inside partial view. So I'm going to open up my underscore page, okay, underscore C. Again, similar to the previous one, we have to copy and paste from demo 10. The idea will be just copy everything. Control A, Control C, go back to here. I can paste it here. Okay, so I got it there already, all the using statement. Okay, this one go inside a bit. Let me make some modification. So whereas for the to-do section, we can do it later. So right now, this part is done already. Okay, go back to demo 10. Demo 10 no need to have all these repeating content already lah. So just delete them. Okay, we can retain the title only because we are not using model, so model is not required also. Just this one will do. Not to forget, we have to create a division. Okay, provide the ID, target, and also load the partial view C. Partial, okay, name is underscore C. Extension is not required. Okay, done, job done. So first thing, test run, ensure that it still works as normal after we implement the partial view. This one is quite important before we go further for more errors or for more logics. Okay, so demo 10. Okay, let's go to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it's actually full page reload, but the default paging is working as is it. Now it's the time to implement AJAX. So we are going to move back to this. This one can close already. This one can close also. So to clear my screen to make it much more easier to focus. Okay, we focus on underscore C. We have to modify the to-do section at the bottom because the pager link have to be AJAX enabled. Okay, this time I will do some live coding because different a bit. So we create an AJAX option. It's going to be a new AJAX option. Okay, this AJAX option is not the same as what we done in previous semester. Okay, this AJAX option is actually a class provided by the page list library because the original one is already gone. Okay, so in order to make it still workable, so the page list library give its own replacement for the AJAX option. So the first one which must be provided is HTTP method. Okay, this one must be provided. Is required. If I say you don't provide this, it's going to get runtime error. So this one is required. Okay, then I'll update target, okay, update target ID. This one's apply. Okay, there also a catch. Okay, which if you're dealing with this update target ID, no need to give hashtag. Okay, just provide the target ID name, which is target log. Okay, so no need to give hashtag. So this one is very important to take note. Okay, so I can mark it no need hashtag. Okay, whereas for the loading element ID, okay, this one need to provide hashtag. Okay, it's very inconsistent, very bad library. Okay, for this one need hashtag. Okay, because the working will be different a bit. That is it. So right now we got this AJAX option already. Okay, take note of the different. This one, HTTP GET method must be provided. Okay, either GET or POST. Okay, update target ID, don't provide hashtag because the hashtag is added within the library. So if let's say provide hashtag, it's going to fail to work. Loading element ID, okay, the inconsistent logic. For this one, you have to supply the hashtag. So right now we have the AJAX option ready. By making use of this option combined with AJAX option, we can actually at the bottom here to inform the X specialist to generate AJAX link rather than a normal link. For this one, we have to delete this one. This one have to be modified already. Okay, page list render option. And enable unobtrusive AJAX replacing. So we start by providing the option, okay, followed by AJAX option. Okay, setter. Okay, right now we can test run. So these are the modifications we'll do. But before we continue, I just want to go to my notes. So here I got list out some of these commonly used, some of these commonly used features, okay, for our AJAX option. So let me drag up a bit. So AJAX option, okay, again, this time AJAX option is coming from the XPageList library. It's not built-in one. So HP method either get or post according to our cases. This one is required. If I say don't provide, we get runtime error. Okay, update target ID, point to the target element ID, but no need to give the hashtag. So then loading element ID. This one you have to give hashtag. So for the insertion mode, it's only support replace. The other mode is not supported, unlike the previous version. So loading element duration, the time, the URL. If let's say you want to change the targeting URL, we can provide this. Okay, confirm. If let's say you want to display a message, you can assign it to a function. So for the confirm, so that means the user have to say return a true for the AJAX request to be initiated. So whereas for begin, complete, success, and failure, okay, this one point to the function name, same as the one that we use on top. Okay, this is extra. Okay, explanation for it. Okay, let us go back and test our page. So let me run it. So go back to our demo 10. Okay, right now it should be AJAX enabled already. Okay, click 2. Okay, you can see that it's not being looted, and our router will actually show briefly for a very brief period of time. So right now we done AJAX paging. Okay, so right now is a tough part. Okay, so on which you have to combine everything together. Okay, we need to have the search. Okay, we need to have the sorting, we need to have the paging. Okay, right now everything is working. The reason because again I copy it from the previous lesson. Previous lesson we got combine everything but without AJAX. So this one definitely is working. So Wong, okay, for example, I can do sorting. Okay, I can do paging. If I say there are more page available, but everything is actually full page request. So we want to make whole thing become AJAX enabled. Okay, this one is home controller demo 11. The code here completed already. I copy exactly from the previous lesson. Okay, so we got searching, we got sorting, and at the end we got paging. Okay, finally, okay, even for this partial view return, okay, I done the job also. So no change have to be done at the server side. So let me go to the view. Right click, go to view. So this one is demo 11. Okay, here I got the to-do section, but I have already looted the partial view. Okay, right now this one I'm going to do it later. So let's focus on underscore D right now. I'm going to close the home controller. So underscore D we have to open up manually ourselves. Okay, go to this folder underscore D. Okay, let's look at it. This is just the content that is going to be changed. So we have to place it inside the partial view. So same thing, nothing special. Okay, we got the array. Okay, you can notice that I also include the form inside here. The reason, because the form need to retain the updated sort, the hidden field, sort, and also direction. Okay, so these two will change every time when the user do sorting. Okay, these two value will change, so that's why the form will be updated also. For that reason, the form is also put inside the partial view. So that means our form will be updated, okay, every time we make an AJAX request. So we can put it outside definitely, but in that case you have to write more JavaScript to handle to actually update the value of hidden field ourselves manually. In this case, I'll put the form inside. Okay, we have to make modification. Let's start with modification for this one first. So the form have to be data AJAX equal to true. Okay, and also the next one is actually the update target ID lah, same. So for this one, I can do live coding over here lah. AJAX update is going to point to our target. So this needs to have this hashtag. So followed by loading element. Okay, so which is going to be loader. Okay, no other things. We can add more later. Okay, for the text input. Okay, let's modify it to become the, how to say, we modified it become the search type. Okay, follow our previous example. Okay, this one's changed to search. Okay, done already. Okay, this part done already. So let's move on. The rest will be the same. So I think I can do a copy and paste. Later I can do copy and paste. Copy first. So go down. Okay, we got the count. We got the header. Okay, header. We are going to make this one because become AJAX enable link. Okay, so the URL already have the name. Okay, the sort and dir. This one I just copy from the previous lesson. So nothing special. Okay, let me paste my content over here. So we need to have this all the AJAX setting. Okay, through the target and the loading. Okay, done. So move on further. Okay, now we go to the pages. We're going to repeat the same thing again. So definitely we can ask the student to do copy and paste. Okay, for this, I will just do live coding. Why not? Okay, AJAX option. Okay, this one is going to new AJAX option. Okay, then we are going to have all these three. Okay, later we can add on. Okay, but right now it's going to be HTTP request method. This one have to be set. Okay, I can set it to get. Okay, I follow the convention. I make it lowercase. Then the update target ID. So this one no need to give hashtag. So we set the target and also the loading element ID. Okay, for this one I can do point it to loader also. Okay, loader. So remember this one need to provide a hashtag. So come down to the bottom. Okay, now we're going to modify page list render option. Okay, then enable unobtrusive AJAX replacing, passing the original option followed by AJAX option. Okay, here we will have everything completed. So the paging, the sorting, and also the searching. Okay, they work together, and all of them are AJAX enabled. Okay, the only thing that we don't have is the highlighting. So I will talk about how to make it search as we type and also highlighting later. They want to become complicated a bit, but right now let's go back and do a testing first. So the searching is not live searching, so we have to type something, then we have to press enter key to initiate the search. Okay, but we can see the result coming in already. So if let's say we do sorting, okay, so it does not clear the field. If let's say I go to the next page, it does not clear the field, but a new search will clear the field. This is our previous logic lah. So let's say I search for ng. Okay, it's going to clear the page numbers. Okay, right now we want to talk about highlighting. Okay, and also search as we type. Okay, we want to do the same. We want to do search as we type. This one will be complicated a bit. We have to modify a bit to our code. Okay, this one is underscore D. Okay, we leave it aside first. Let's go back to the view for demo 11. Okay, we have to put JavaScript over here because we want to support the search as we type and also the highlighting. So the logic we've already written. Okay, we just have to modify it. So let's go back to demo 8. So here we have write the code section, right? So let's copy this one. Okay, the search as we type and also highlighting. Copy this logic, close demo 8. Okay, go back to this demo 11 and paste it here. Okay, it does not work out of the box. We have to make modification. Okay, the first one is actually this one. Okay, this one is actually pointing to the name input. Okay, assign it with an input event, but we have to know okay, our form will be replaced every time. This one is a dynamic element. Because this form element, every time we make an AJAX request, this form element will be refreshed. Okay, will be reload. So that means it will gone from the page. It's dynamic. So this event will not work. Okay, this event will not work. So we have to attach to a static parent. So I can make modification over here. This one, let's change it to document. Okay, attach the document object. Input event, still input event. But I'm going to point to this. Okay, well, so let me hashtag name over here. Then the search as we type will work already. Okay, the success function, okay, again, we still can call it. Okay, so this one is still working, but we have to improve it. Later I will show you the problem. So we've done this part already. Okay, let's call the success function as well to do the highlighting. Okay, where should we call it? Okay, firstly, whenever we do a search, we need to call the success function. Okay, so this one need to do the same. Okay, so success, we'll call success. Okay, this one done. Okay, then which else? Okay, not only these because we also have this sorting in place. Whenever we do sorting, okay, we have to call the success. So here we have to edit data AJAX success also, all these three places lah, because we want to because content will be highlighted, so we have to reselect again. Okay, not only here, okay, at the bottom here, the pager also have to call success. Okay, now we have a new things. It's called on success. Okay, point it to the success function. So that means the success function, the highlighting effect will be called every time we do paging. Okay, sorting. Okay, sorting is here, and also searching. Okay, all adding already. Yeah. So right now we can try it out. Okay, but there's a very small problem. Okay, we will learn how to solve it later. Okay, this one is the updated demo 11. Okay, let me try to search for AN. Okay, so I'm not sure whether you notice or not after I type, okay, and the access request is being initiated. So the mouse cursor focus lost already, lost from the box. That one we talk about that later. So let's look at the sorting. Okay, working fine. So we have the highlighting, paging also, we retain the highlighting. Okay, so sorting, paging, no issue, but the box got a problem. Okay, let's say I clear my input. Okay, this time I want to search for Wong, for instance. So let's say, and also assume that I type very slow. Okay, I type W. Okay, before I type O, I cannot continue to type. The reason because the mouse cursor lost. Our page content being refreshed, man. So that's why the focus lost already. So I type O very slow, then I cannot continue to type because I lost my focus. Okay, to solve it, we have to write code to actually regain the focus. Okay, automatically. Not only that, we also have to set the cursor position. I can do it step by step. Okay, I go back to our Visual Studio. Okay, so this one demo 11. So inside success function, the first thing you want to do is we want to regain the focus. Okay, after the page being looted. So name okay, focus. Okay, this one was simple. This one no issue. Okay, let me continue. Okay, demonstrate the effect of this. The focus will be regained, but the problem is that the cursor position will gone. So I search for Wong, I type W-O, I stop. Okay, you can notice that the cursor position go back to in front already. Okay, it's not in the middle. Every time I type, it will go back to in front. Okay, because as we reload the content, okay, not only is lost the focus, it also forget about the cursor position. So we have to set the cursor position to the end manually again. So to do that, okay, we can actually use this code, this real code. Okay, name. So this one is actually the original JavaScript function. So I have to refer back to the DOM object. So set a selection range. Okay, for the range, you give, for example, if let's say I'm talking about the words function, so it's starting from index 0. So let's say I want to select 0 until C, so it's going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means from index 0 to 4. Okay, this will allow me to start selection from the first, okay, from index 0 until 4, index 4. Okay, so but here different. Here I don't really want to select words. I would like to place my mouse cursor to the end. One method is you give it a very big number. If let's say the number is out of the range already, okay, you will just place the mouse cursor at the end. So we say that same index lah, so that we only have the cursor position. There's no selection of any characters. Okay, this one method, as long as the range, the index that we provide is out of the range, by default it will fall back to place the cursor at the end of the string. No need to give us such a big number. We can also use -1, okay, which is invalid, out of the range also. So it's going to give us the place the mouse cursor at the end of the string. So right now I've done this already. Okay, so let's go back and look at it. So whether it's working right now. Okay, I type W, very slow. Okay, the cursor still at the end. Okay, I can continue to type even though the form is being refreshed, but the searching still work as normal. Okay, definitely this one is not perfect. The reason because if let's say my cursor is in the middle, okay, let's say I want to change it to WANG. So after I type the A, okay, the cursor will go back to the end. So it's not a perfect solution, but it's able to solve most of the case. Okay, right now we have actually completed our lesson 5. So see you next time.